Hello, dear friends. It's Cryptic Paradigm. I'm here with another video. This time, dedicated to Saberforge and the Warrior class, or the Warrior tier of sabers. Now, I have 3 Warrior tier sabers. These were all purchased as, how shall you say, mystery boxes of the $125 variety. And there we go. You stay right there. And none of them have sound. That's kind of the lure here of the Warrior tier. You save money on soundboards, and you get all the pleasure of an illuminated saber without all of the electronic bits that can potentially fail you, during dueling or pretty much just anytime you pick up the thing and turn it on and attempt to use it. Now, I have a Saberforge Redeemer that I bought used, granted, on Facebook, and I had that for about 2 weeks, and then it failed me, and it is now basically just a Warrior tier. The sound doesn't work. It lights up, but nothing else works, so that's kind of a drag. Anyway, what we have here is the aforementioned and reviewed Bastion, and the aforementioned and reviewed Venom, and this is one that you have not seen yet. This is the Shadow Hunter, and this is what I'm here to talk about today, is the Shadow Hunter. So let's turn the rest of these off. Yeah, we'll turn you off for the moment. And as mentioned before, this is a Warrior tier, which means it just has an LED, a battery, and a latching switch. Now, going from one end to the other, as you can see, we have a nice little Suba on this, with these little vents in the front. And the emitter protrudes, and you have to get a special blade from Saberforge to fit onto this, that's sort of cut a little bit shorter. The film's cut a little bit shorter so that the blade can fit onto this protrusion without scrunching up too much. I find that this requires adjusting, and you will have to probably go in there, extract the film, and trim it a little bit to make it fit nicely, which I've done with this particular blade on this saber. Near as I can tell, the only difference really between the thin neck and the standard is with the standard they put glue inside the polycarbonate tube to kind of hold the film in place. And near as I can tell, that's really the only difference. The cut seems to be the same, and they never really fit onto the thin neck sabers. So I don't think that's the reason for the difference. Anyway, so as you can see, this is a thin neck saber, and I'm just going to go up and down the finish without really explaining too much. What you see is what you see. You can see that there's a faux switch there. That would normally be the kill key, and it just has a standard latching switch. The real selling point for this saber to me, other than the thin neck, which is wonderful, it handles very easily, is this very, very well designed and executed handle, which is homage to kind of the old Republic style. This feels like a shroud, although I do think that this is all possibly one piece, but I have my doubts about that. This feels like it could be an insert. The edging on this has this weird sort of, can you hear that? Very thin. It's very nice quality to this. I rather enjoy this. I love the styling on the Covetech wheels on Saberforge's sabers. They don't have that simplistic bluntness of Ultra sabers. They come with extra detailing, which is really nice. The other thing I love about Ultra sabers is their pommels are always fantastically designed, and regardless of whether you get a warrior tier or you get a tier that has sound, they always give you the insert there, which is really nice. The funny thing about this one is, and I can smell it right now, there's a ozone coming out of here. It's like when they soldered everything into place, they put it in here before the smoke had cleared. So you get this scent of the smell of ozone from the soldering process that is constantly coming out of here, whether or not the saber's on or off. And that's kind of interesting. It's the only saber that I have that does that. And as you can see, if I turn this one on and I turn this one on, you can see that's the same color blade. The first time I ordered a mystery box, I specifically requested this color because I wanted something with a purple blade or amethyst. And then the second one I received was this one, and it also had amethyst, but I didn't specify the color of the blade, so irony. Anyway, so this has a 36-inch blade. I'm a rather tall person, so I tend to go with blades that are similar to that of a katana as far as length. The length of the blade should equal the length of, essentially the length of your arm, as a rule. Or at least that's the way I understand it. And other than the eye candy, get you one more ooey gooey look at this. I'm not going to swing it around because there's no point, because there's no sound. It's this saber is actually a little bit heavier than the Venom. It's a lot heavier than the Passion, of course. But it has such a good feel in the hand for both single-handed and two-handed. The length is perfect. The weight is perfect. The balance is perfect. This is one of the few sabers, beside possibly my Venom, that I would like to get either an installation of some kind of soundboard, or maybe someday even purchase another one. Money permitting. I am, trying to be smart here and not spend too much. But on that note, and this is the reason, the impetus for this review, including all three of my my warrior tier Saberforge sabers, is that I receive a notification today after 3 months. Finally, my warrior tier weathered Nova is shipping. So I should be seeing that at some point this week, and I will do a review of the Nova. They basically had to go to the moon and find the alloys to make it, and then they had to hew. It was rough hewn in the volcano, or the fires of Mount Doom, and yada yada yada. It took a long time to make, but not as long as some. I imagine if I got sound on it, that would have been kind of a long affair indeed. But anyway, I've rambled on. I hope you like what you see. Ooey gooey Saberforge eye candy. They really are a wonderful company. Everything they do, everything they produce is quite good. There are some duds here and there. Sometimes there's laxes in their service, but I mean, what you gonna do? I mean, this is the world that we live in. So you gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta take your lumps. Anything that doesn't kill you will indeed make you stronger, or at least somewhat bitter. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope everyone has a good evening or day or what have you, and I will see you or talk to you very, very soon. Bye!